been advised to rush to the market
That's
to
right.
stock their refrigerators with tomato and what have you. You know,
Wow.
for a moment, I've stopped cooking with tomato. I had to revert to the tomato paste.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
think that's
paste.
even better off, you know, because I mean, these tomato salads, they would not. They've been out of our lives. I'm not into life.
Well, we'll be fine.
We
are
will be
fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly, you know, intimate you on 10 things that you need to know for today.
That's
Wednesday.
right. Now let's let you in on the fact that 2 persons have been confirmed dead and 5 injured after a 2-story building collapsed in Lagos State. Mobile Road in Inikpa Villa, Ikota Aja. You know, according to the National Emergency Management Agency, that's NEMA now. Distress call was received at the building, which was under construction, caved in. Wait, let's move away from that.
I mean, if the building was actually under construction, what were these people doing there?
We don't have a home. We don't have a home. We just use the place for the time being. Time being stretches from 1 month to 2 months, 3 months. It becomes, you know, a normal. And then it will shock you that somebody is there collecting rent. You know, sent me a message, said something's been disturbing her, you know, since yesterday and all of that. I'm like, what happened? You know, she said my mom is in a coma. That's what she said. That a tanker collided. A tanker that lost its brake collided with, you know, the car where her mom was. So in a bid to trying to avert the danger, driver everything just, you know, happened in a flash, and the woman has not even opened her eyes just yet. And the sad part is her father is away on a job. So it's really a delicate thing. Now, are we telling him? If we tell him, it will disorganize him there.
Right.
It will affect him. They don't even, she's just like, I'm tired. I'm saying, don't get tired. You've got younger ones. Be strong for your mama. She gonna be okay. She gonna open her eyes and everything. So that's it.
Now,
you know?
in all of this, tell me why you shouldn't be kind and, you know, nice to people when you step out of your home.
I don't know why.
You don't know what people are going through.
Oh, Lord.
The least you can do is to just tell someone, appreciate them, right? Oh, you look good.
That's right.
Come on, cheer up. Is everything okay? It won't take anything from you as a person.
Oh, just put a smile on your face.
Concern. Honestly,
just smile,
honestly,
and then smile back. That's it.
People are going through a lot.
Lord.
Aside the economic hardship. I mean, we can't even start, you know, highlighting the issues right now.
Come on.
Now let's head on to, you know, Kaduna State,
Yeah.
where a former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, has dismissed speculations suggesting he plans to leave the All Progressives Congress, that's the APC. Now, speaking to journalists on the sidelines of the 2-day national conference on strengthening democracy in Nigeria held in Abuja on Tuesday, El-Rufai, a founding member of the ruling party, reaffirmed his commitment to the APC, emphasizing that he has no intention of quitting the party. Now, they say that there is no smoke without fire, and in every nonsense, there is some sense in it. I mean, the former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, has been trending for the not so good reasons. I mean, I think the presidency has also reacted to some of his, you know, submissions, especially takeaways from that conference that was actually held a day before yesterday, right here in Abuja.
Exactly. You've spoken well. You've spoken comprehensive wisdom, Omar. The fact is, there is an NSW. They call it the National Single Window. I don't know what that is all about, but then the federal government has announced plans to implement the National Single Window NSW in its bid to reduce the cost of doing business across the nation's ports by at least 25%. Now, this was told by the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adeboyega Oyetola, who disclosed this somewhere in Lagos as of yesterday.
You know, when we say blue economy, I sometimes wonder. I want to place myself in the position of an average Nigerian who's also probably wondering what the blue economy is all about.
I'm trying to understand it myself.
Are we trying to say that the economy is blue now?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's something about the oil and gas. I don't know. Whatever it may be. Maybe that's why it's blue. I don't know. But whatever it is, I want to believe that the president has good intention, you know, for creating allowing such a ministry of what do they call
Marine
it?
And Blue Economy.
Yeah, and blue economy. Okay, that's all good. Let's see how blue.
The sky is blue.
Well, the sky is blue. Everything is blue.
The ocean.
Then, when you say that you're blue, right? It doesn't spell good. It means that you're in a gloomy, dark place. I'm feeling blue. If you say I'm feeling blue, oh, that's not a good thing.
No, but our economy is not feeling blue at the moment.
You think? Okay.
Let's be optimistic, you
Ah, well, I am.
Well, the Nigeria Police Force has arrested a syndicate supplying motorcycles to Boko Haram terrorists in Niger and Kaduna State. Now, terrorists in the northern region, northern Nigeria, mostly use motorcycles as operational vehicles for kidnapping and attacks on communities. Now, it's really very laughable that these insurgents, they operate very, swiftly on motorcycles. I mean, when they abduct or kidnap people, it is, believed that they also, transport or convey these people to their den.
That's right.
On these motorcycles.
Exactly.
So in a situation whereby 100 people are abducted or kidnapped, is it 5 people on a bike plus the rider himself? Or how do they do these things?
Omo, now that you mentioned this, I don't know, but I'm having another thought. I mean, these kidnapped people, or kidnapped those who are being kidnapped and all of that. They put through very excruciating circumstances. I mean, sometimes they might be riding a bike and want these people to run, juggle up, and follow through. I'm telling you, honestly.
Anything is possible as it stands.
So that's the thing. I mean, so when somebody says I have been rescued from the kidnapper's den, my dear,
it's indeed a rescue.
It's a rescue. Honestly, celebrate it. But that's just what it is. It's it's a menace, and we hope that we can handle that. But let's go to this one right here now. Governor Siminalayi Fubara has Fubara. I used to call him Fubara. Okay, Fubara says he will not be power drunk or allow the benefits that come with holding a lofty position in government to change him. Now, rather, the governor assured that he would remain committed to his vows made to Rivers people to completely put things that will transform the state in place. Well, let's get into something else.
Well, isn't that a subtle, shade at the FCT minister? Because when you say you're not going to be power drunk, are you somewhat, saying that, your rival
was
or
power
your
drunk he's power drunk?
Your former godfather is. Because we heard this thing. Some people say, "Oh, the FCT minister, he's proud and what have you." But come on, maybe
it's reaffirming his commitment to his people. Let's just leave it that way. I think it's just saying, my people, I just want to reaffirm to you that, look, I am committed to you and I'll do my best.
Just like a husband and wife will go for vow renewals and say, I want to reiterate again my love and commitment to you, my dear husband or my dear wife.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a step in the right direction.
direction.
Leaders, governors, and even the president, they should do this.
They should.
Every year.
My people, fellow Nigerians, I am saying I am committed again.
For example, the president was sworn in, May 29th of 2023.
That's right.
Right? So May 29th this year, he should also come out to renew his vows, to Nigerians.
That's some thought. That's some thought, Omar. That's some
my
thought.
fellow Nigerians. I'm yet to reiterate again my commitment.
I've not lost my mandate. I'm still renewing that vow. It's a renewed hope agenda, and we're still renewing it.
Honestly, we need more renewals. Honestly,
Right.
for real.
Well, anyways, let's also let you in on the fact that the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetekun, has initiated legal action against activist Omoyele Sowore. Well, he's been in the news for quite some time now over a comment he made on social media referring to Egbetekun as an illegal IG. Wow, that's a big one, Sowore. How do you do that, Sowore? Well, he's facing 3 charges related to cybercrime under the Cybercrime Prohibition, Prevention, and so on. I think that's a lot. When you hear and so on, it means there's a lot going on. That's the Act now, 2015, as amended in 2024. We should also let you in on the fact that no fewer than
1,088 suspects linked to various financial crimes have been arrested in separate operations in 2024. Now, the operations also led to the recovery of $11 billion and 142 billion, right? Billion naira now, according to a statement on Tuesday by the Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi.
Right,
You see,
yeah.
when you see these figures, you begin to wonder. Like,
I can't even process that figure in my.
no wonder the governor of Edo State said it's confusing me. Because I just have to sum up everything,
God.
142 billion. Because
And
if I
then-
start saying 142,261 million, and all of
yeah,
that, I might end up
please.
saying
No,
it's
no.
confusing
Yes.
me. And I wouldn't want anything to confuse me this morning.
Please
So I'll
leave
just
me
leave
alone.
it there.
Leave me alone on that one. I mean, but when you hear these monies, indeed, it could be really confusing.
Indeed.
I tell you. But let's.
I mean, at some point, the Senate president even laughed. I mean, when he saw, he just laughed. He shook his head and like,
Oh my gosh. But I mean, I just hope we get it rightly. I mean, we hear family members say that every now and then. The ruling All Progressives Congress on Tuesday knocked former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai for accusing the APC of poor leadership and encouraging opposition parties to set aside the differences and form a united front ahead of the 2027 election. And this was as the president accused the APC chieftain of treachery over how he had been dragging the federal government and the ruling party recently.
you see? You see what I was talking about earlier?
Right.
All right, now the Naira on Tuesday appreciated to 1,640 Naira per dollar in the parallel market from 1,655 Naira per dollar on Monday. And similarly, the Naira appreciated to 1,526 Naira per dollar in the official foreign exchange market.
Okay.
So there's been some sort of appreciation.
Some
But maybe
appreciation right there.
the progress is not too significant, but again,
Well, it's still progress.
is progress.
Right.
So.
Well, I'll have you do the honors of giving us just the very last one there.
All right, so things up. 4 persons were confirmed dead, while several others sustained injuries following an explosion that rocked the Sabo area of Owode in Yewa South local government area of Ogun State. It was gathered that the incident occurred on Monday night when a scavenger, popularly known as Bola Bola, the ones who call mantling a metal object.
Okay. You know what? We'll
So
just.
the Bambola trend is not just in the FCT.
It's even somewhere outside the FT. Well, we'll just get you in on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. We know that quite a number of dailies have not been uploaded, but yeah, we'll do our best.
Yeah, I think I've been able to get 2 more.
It's going to be a fast read, so great, awesome. Okay, so with the Guardian newspaper now, the big story, expiration of exit notice. That's the kicker now. Worry over regional security trade in ECOWAS without Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. Page 6 is holding that story down. Let's see how we go to this other story now. 2027, the kicker, APC, Sani, voila, tackle Atiku El-Rufai as Obi clarifies coalition. All right, page 6. And it's looking popular. Page 3 now. African leaders, partners commit $50 billion to improved power supply. Others, wow, that's something. Page 3 now. Federal government deploys single window system to recover $3 billion. Meet $1 trillion target. Okay, that's what page 3 is saying, and that's about all with the Guardian newspaper. For some reason, though, we see the face of our president, Mr. President, on the front page. Just keep putting a smile on his face right there. Well, you want to go see a letter of gratitude for Mr. President, His Excellency? All right, go see it.
I mean, how often do people even compliment the president? I mean, for his good looks.
I don't know,
How often do people do that?
but we do.
Do you?
I do. It's
Really?
good. It's good looks, yeah, especially with the glasses.
He's good looking, honestly.
Indeed,
He's good
he is.
looking.
Especially in this one.
Right.
I like it.
Okay. Now let's take a look at the Daily Trust newspaper. Of course, Confab is the kicker. How to make 2027 polls credible and acceptable. 2 riders underneath that one. Rigging plans already unfolding. Tambuwal talking there. And then PDP conducted worst elections. This is credited to the APC. Again, they're throwing banters at each other. All right, you get details of our story on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And I mean, the reason why we just had to take our time to intimate you on 10 things earlier is specifically, for the fact that these national dailies, the front pages have been bought by someone in Delta State who's actually sent a letter of gratitude to the president. So that's actually occupied the front page of the Daily Trust, the Guardian, and a host of other national dailies. But I think that would be it for the Daily Trust newspaper. Grab a copy to get details.
All right. Well, with the, is it a Punch now?
Yes,
Yeah, the Punch newspaper. Just on the sidelines, by the side of the Punch newspaper now, we see this one, 3,690 Nigerians listed as U.S. Mass deportation continues. 3,690 Nigerians will be coming back home, and they've been listed as U.S. mass deportation continues. Page 2 is carrying that story now.
Come back home.
Come back home. Come back home. The late singer, what's his name now? Oh, Sound Sultan. He sang that song. Ajob Dabile. No matter where you go, make you no forget area.
Oh, I think he featured Johnny
At some
Drill.
point, he featured
Right,
Johnny Drill in the
yeah.
remix. So that's it. So Ajo Dabile. We see this one on page 14. It says, you were broke. Wike bankrolled your election. Dogara tells Bauchi governor. Wow, Wike has really had impact. If this allegation is really true, well, we don't know how far that is. How far so far? Well, we go to this one here is on page 29, I beg your pardon. The tariff hike, that's the kicker. Subscribers head for court as NCC talks deadlocked. All right, it's got one rider to it now. NCC mum as subscribers insist on reversal, demand 10% tariff increase. Okay,
10%?
that's it. 10%.
From 50% to 10%?
To 10%. Look, the truth is, Omoife, the truth is, whether it is 5%, whether it is no percent.
It is ill-timed.
That's one. Secondly, the telcos are still making money. Profit. I will put it out there, and I'm saying it now. Just that they are now looking for the type of profits that would allow for a bankroll their former lifestyle or their former gauge.
You think so?
That's what I believe. Because if you still look at it, somebody will say you're not being considerate. Well, you may say that. It's okay to say that. But then are they also being considerate when we put a call out to someone and then your call card is just going? Or when you load your card and you just discover it's gone, and then you have to call them over and over again, and then it's oops, it's a mistake, or we'll look into the services and all of that.
You know what we'll do?
What commission rates it? I need to understand it.
I think we should engage a tech, experts
Well,
maybe in the days to come, so
that'll
we
be
can
fine.
tinker with this.
That's right.
And I guess that'll be all for
That's
the
all.
Punch
That's all for the
newspaper.
Punch newspaper
Now,
then.
all right, I definitely will come back to what is going on. I mean, with the front pages of Nigerian newspapers today. Now, let's take a look at the Nigerian Tribune, and of course, the big news story there says Bala Mohammed. Not really the big news story, but these are just the major, headlines.
That's right.
Bala Mohammed nearly knelt down to collect money from Wike for his election. Dogara talking there. We know, of course, that the Bauchi state governor had actually come out for the FTT minister, I think some days ago, asking him to please pitch your tent where it actually favors you, because you can't be a member of the PDP and you've got an appointment on the, the ruling, everything, and all of that.
That's right. Pitch your tent.
Isn't that like
and now Dogara.
anti-party, activity?
Dogara is saying, excuse me, you have the mouth to talk when you almost knelt down to worship the same man who bankrolled your election. Oh, come on, you collected money. You collected it.
We really need to have a one-on-one with the FTT minister as quickly
We
as
should
possible.
have. We should.
Because it's actually had so much impact in the lives of people.
True.
We should also, enjoy that privilege.
Maybe be impacted and then see how we can spread it to family members.
That's
They've
right.
been very, very religious in engaging us in various conversations.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Now, moving on to page 16, 2027, that is the kicker. There is an agenda to destroy opposition parties, RFI claims. All right, on page 21, blackout is the kicker. UCH still negotiating with IBEDC. Pain has not been easy. This is coming from the management of the UCH. That's on page 21. And then Afinefere confirms Dele Farutimi, new national organizing secretary.
Are you serious?
Okay,
Wow.
from grass to grace
Oh,
now.
Lord,
is that
have
the case?
mercy. Yeah, that's what it sounds like now. He's been
mean,
given an appointment, right? He wrote
And
a book.
people have been commending, Babalola for withdrawing the suit against
Exactly. That's
Adele
been
Farutimi earlier. But again, let's see how that would actually impact his career and his criticisms, even in the days to come. But
And it's performance too, yes. And let's see how that also affects his utterances. Because most times when you see some people given, certain positions, utterances based on interests,
Yeah.
it begins to change.
That's right.
And that's what it is. But the Nation newspaper now is having it so brightly, with the president still keeping his face bright and early on the front page of the Nation newspaper as a big, I think it's a bigger story there. But then let's get to some of these stories. Just above the Nation newspaper banner now, the heights, the apogee, the peak, the zenith of it, down the top. First Lady disburses 50 million naira to 1,000 Kwara traders. That should be found on page 3. 1,000 Kwara traders are really jubilated now. I mean, 50 million naira distributed or disbursed to them. Okay. Not farmers. Don't get it wrong. It's traders. Okay. Federal government now, Lagos sign MOU on 68-kilometer rail project. Okay. Page 8. Skyrene their story. To page 6 now. Arms dealers from Niger Republic arrested. Arms dealers from Niger Republic arrested. Page 6. And the last one now, how Wike funded Bala Mohammed's 2019 election. All right, you'd find that on page 2.
That's right. And we just would have to go on a quick recess.
That's right.
When we come back, we'll definitely open the studio lines for you to call in, to share your thought. But in the meantime, you can go right ahead and send your voice notes and your messages to the WhatsApp portal, because as soon as we return from that recess, or timeout if you like, we're going to be having a very smart conversation with you, dear listener. All right, so stay glued, don't touch the dial. We'll be back in a bit.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just 20,000 naira? Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. Hurry now.
Looking for a professional event planner in Abuja and its environs, but don't know how to go about it? Eagles FM got you covered. Call us today and let's help you fix that event that will leave you with evergreen memories. Call 081-5791-7278. I take it again, 081-5791-7278. Thank you.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Right, 34 minutes gone past the hour of 7. It's still the pages, the newspaper review right here and on here. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja holds it down. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. We didn't quite give you the number, but yeah, for family members, you already have the number, but you are a newbie and you want to add your voice loudly and clearly in the most civil and responsible way, then these numbers are numbers you should type into your mobile, gadgets right now. 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 8888. Now, the WhatsApp portal number Omoife mentioned earlier that you can send a voice note to and a WhatsApp message to would be 0909 705 4450. Whether you put in a voice call through or you're giving us a WhatsApp voice note or you're sending us a WhatsApp message, please let us know your name and your location. All right, is very important, and let's be civil and responsible. If you're sending a voice note, 1 minute 30 seconds or at most 1 minute 35 seconds is what we will take. Anything gone past that, we will just cut you off, right? And you don't want that.
I think people hardly exceed, the time frame because of the, telecom tariff hike.
Yes.
All right. So let's quickly take this call. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning.
GB.
Good morning.
GB,
and the gentleman there.
Right.
My name is GB.
GB, good to have you. Where are you calling us from today?
I'm calling from Life Camp.
Life Camp. All right, GB, talk to us.
Yes, I'm primary base.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
So, I mean, military or army intercepted arms, from Zamfara. Now, that is now Kari Mamuda. I want to appreciate them for the effort. The arrest of gun runner from Niger Republic. It's also a good thing that has happened. And then I want to congratulate the Rivers State Governor on his 50th birthday. I wish him long life and prosperity and successful tenure. Also, the main issue that you mentioned there, the collapse of building, you know, it's getting too much. I think the regulators should do more and something about it. We can't be losing life because of collapse of building. And then also, you mentioned this issue of what you call it, the FCT minister.
Yes.
Then that a lot of things are happening. Look at Lagos State now, signing federal government with a rail system. I can have a modern city in Nigeria, which is Abuja. No rail is functioning, and that's the reason why the hardship or the fuel subsidy is biting, because the rail are running all over Abuja, connecting satellite towns. Many of us will leave our car and move with rail. It's cheaper for the commuters, and the labor are working in FCT, because many of the 80% of people are working in FCT are not living in FCT. They live in the suburb, and difficult for them because of the fuel subsidy. You spend 80% of your salary on transport. By now the minister of Wike should have been talking to the president, who is the president general or governor general of FCT, to say, look, we need to this way. He put up that plan when he was there in 2022 and before 2027. That all this blue rail, green rail, all those things. It was his master plan. What is that for FCT? So I challenge the minister, before he leaves, there must be a rail running in Abuja, conveniently run. Not the one not this one from Exeter to airport. They run twice in a day. But we don't want that one. We want something that will commit people, that make life easy for the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
GB.
that one from you.
And still talking about the FCT minister, we understand that he won the award of Minister of the Year at these days' 30th anniversary and the Rise News 12th anniversary and awards. And that has actually got a number of people talking. Is it, did you see that coming, or it took you by surprise?
Well,
I think a number of people are like, oh, well deserved.
It deserves it.
Well deserved.
The minister
has been up and busy.
Exactly. He's been up and busy. He's been visiting places, the
That's
suburbs, and all of that. Has been doing, the best of the most. When you consider other ministers in his capacity and what they are doing in their respective, states and all of that. In fact, some would even say he is holding it down as a governor, kind of. But even though he's called a minister, because the FCT would not allow for a governor of the FCT. But yeah, it's a wake-up call to other governors, to want to act rightly and do the needful.
What can we say but to say congratulations?
Congratulations to him.
Minister.
I'll give him a bell. That's right, we give him a bell.
Let's go right ahead to take this one. Hello,
That's
good
right.
morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you,
morning.
please.
My name is Kehinde James.
Kehinde James. Where are you calling from, please?
Yes, I'm calling you from Life Camp.
Life
All
Camp. All righty. Is this your first
Yes, I
time?
want to. Yeah, this is my first time.
It's your first time. Lovely. Right, talk to us, Kehinde.
Yes, I do listen to you. You are trying.
No,
you are trying.
thanks.
Thank you.
Nigeria is appreciating you.
Appreciate
So
it.
I want to comment on this Wike award. Yes, Wike deserves it, to be sincere.
Okay.
Because when we consider 8 years for previous governments, the minister did not do anything. If the way Wike work in this Tinubu regime, that is how the former minister worked, that previous former minister for 8 years, we could have not been in this mess.
Okay.
Abuja is an SCT of Nigeria. So that's supposed to be railway from the center to every area council in Abuja. So that we can be using the railway so that this subsidy will not be biting us too much. But see the 8 years, previous 8 years, the man does nothing. I'm not exaggerating.
Okay.
Last minister, that 8 years that he did, he does nothing. See Abuja, it left it in mess. Now Wike comes in and trying his best, small. Please, I'm advising Wike, let him work on the railway lines.
All right.
Please.
All right.
Yes, please. That's my advice.
Appreciate
Thank you
Kehinde.
very much, Kehinde. Thank you. And we hope to hear from you subsequently.
Thank you very much.
Right.
All right.
All right, taking yet another call now. Hello and good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes,
Good
please.
morning.
Is this Moses?
Yeah, Moses.
Moses, all the way
Good
from
morning,
Suleja.
Moses.
Moses, talk to us. Moses, talk to us.
Yes.
Yes.
Some of our esteemed families in this station, Usman Daura, we don't hear from them again. And Zion Prince.
Right.
These are people that their voice speak volume. I don't think, I don't know why we don't hear from them again. I think we should have contact with them. If they are very nice, at least they should call it. We want to hear their voice.
Right.
Yeah, straight to the point of one of the headlines. The security arrested one of the suppliers of motorcycles to the terrorists. I think it's a good one. We need to appreciate the security for that, because everybody who is behind an act of supporting terrorists is a serious issue. It's a serious act that should not be taken lightly. That is why we are still experiencing these issues of this terrorism in this country, because their sponsors yet have not been persecuted. Even though we had the president that some of the over 100 have been persecuted, up to date we are still demanding for their names, and we placed on your station, and also GB will come up to tell us their names and the type of persecution that was given to them. Up to date we didn't hear from them. So it's a serious act. Terrorism has become a challenge in this country, that many lives have gone. Even government spend big money, but yet we cannot eradicate this thing from this country. So we are pleading with the federal government to still tight up their belt, to put every machinery in order, to make sure that all the sponsors and people aiding this terrorism that claim many lives, that turn around our economy for war, they should be brought to book. So thank you, Yudi. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Yes, appreciate.
Thank
Yes.
you, Moses.
I hope the management provides a copy for you people this morning.
I mean,
Well,
we
yeah,
said that.
you said that
I
earlier.
recommend to make up for you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you
Appreciate
very much, Moses.
Well, a very strong point right
Thank
there.
you.
Zion Prince, Usman Daura. Yes. Please, and every other family member that we probably would not be able to, mention names right now.
I
Please.
think even Alamin, most recently,
Yes.
we've not heard from him.
Yes.
I mean, for
very
a while
true.
now.
Very true.
We hope
Please,
that all is well.
we just hope
I
that
mean,
you are
with these
fine.
people.
We're just using this medium to reach out to you and say, hey, if you're fine, at least the
Say
family
hello.
members want to know, that you are fine. Okay, so that's it. Please do well to connect with us, and let's know, what's going on.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Amonse.
Good morning. Is this Olajide?
Exactly, from Official FM to Big FM.
Thank you very much. Where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Kadis morning. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you, Mr. Olajide.
No, not Olajide, Olusola.
Olúṣọlá. Ẹjọ́, ẹ má bínú o.
God bless you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, man.
I've been
Bless you
listening
too.
to you for long, and I
thank
used to enjoy your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One thing that GB said, the transport system in Abuja and the housing problem are two major problems. I've expected, even before this system come on board, I think there must be a very, very workable transport system that can easily convey people to and fro the central areas. And I didn't even leave it for only the Nwike. What of the senator? What of the chairman of all these local governments? They can come in and assist, because this is biting hard on masses in terms of fuel. Like if I want to fuel in Kapadi, it's 10,000, go come. That if I go to the office direct and come back without branching any places, and many like that. So if they could have provided that thing, I think that thing could have eased the tension of Nigeria, especially in this central area. And if it is applicable in this Abuja, I think in the other states it can also be applicable. So that one can even assist, because look at one thing: one coastal bus is equivalent to about 20 cars on the road. So if one bus is being put in the place, 20 cars is going to be out of the road, and this thing really assists people. So and I'm calling on the government at all levels to assist the masses on this way, even before the rail system come on board. Thank you. God bless
Thank
Nigeria.
you,
Thank
Olushola.
you, Olushola. Thank
Appreciate.
you so much.
Right.
And I mean, quite frankly, I noticed something recently. I think 2 weeks ago, I saw these mini buses, you
Yeah.
know,
Okay,
across the
okay,
city
okay.
center,
Yeah.
painted in white and green. And I had to ask, you know, people questions like, what is
this?
it about
What's
these
this one?
buses? And some of them are saying that these are the new, just like we have those small cabs, you know,
Okay.
painted in green and
Okay.
white, that these ones are now, they are not like the Abuja cabs, right?
Oh.
And some are even saying they are actually CNG enabled buses. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Because, I mean, one would want to ask the whereabouts of, you know, the CNG buses that, you know,
The president
had,
had,
actually, you know,
handed over.
handed over. So, I mean, have you seen anyone?
Well, for me personally, have I? No, I'm not sure. Maybe because I'm not so much of an outgoing person. I don't know. From work.
You should go out
maybe-
more often, Yudi.
Okay, you're right. You're right. But let's get on to the WhatsApp portal and see, because of time, and see how
All right.
the messages are going on in there. Quite a
Okay.
number.
Right.
Okay, so we see.
Ogenemano Austin from Ado Nasarawa State is asking what the blue economy is all about.
Right.
Well, would like you know to help you get sense of what the blue economy
We'll try.
is all about.
We'll try
now,
to do
according
that.
to the World Bank, it is the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, improved livelihoods and jobs, while preserving the health of ocean ecosystem. I mean,
Right.
earlier I just on a lighter note said the economy is blue,
You made
the
mention of
sky is
ocean,
blue, the ocean.
Yeah,
is
and I also
blue.
mentioned
So-
something about oil and gas, and
That's
so
right.
it's not just the blue economy alone, not just about ocean, and there is a maritime,
Right.
if you also recall. So yeah, there's a blend.
And then he went further to say, are you seeing anything blue as far as the economy is concerned?
Well, people is relative. It's relative.
Relative, right.
People see it differently.
Well, it says, what does the president mean by blue economy? What is the function of this ministry? I mean, the blue economy ministry. This is a ministry created to give job to the president's boys, nothing more. Politics is about interest. RFI is free to either leave APC, join another party, or even float a new political party. But why now, RFI? Is it because you are sidelined currently in the scheme of things with the government? Well, a number of questions there from Ogenemano Austin from Ado Nasarawa State. But thank you so much for that message. All right.
Appreciate that.
Samuel
From you.
from Kuje says, good morning to you, my brother Udwa Daniel. And
Good morning to you,
my sister
Samuel.
Moife. Good
Appreciate
morning to you. He said, I just want to say thank you so much for the good work you're doing. Eagles 102.3 FM is doing fantastically well. We're glad to hear that from you.
That's right.
May the Lord God Almighty grant you people extraordinary grace to continue with the good work that you are doing. Thank you. Your wonderful and golden voices rules the world of media. Really?
Oh, thank you.
God bless you and all
Appreciate
yours. Satisfy you with long life and good health in the name of Jesus Christ.
He says,
Amen.
amen.
The
Right.
Eagles will continue to soar higher and higher. Have a great and wonderful Wednesday, UD and Omoefe, together with the entire management team of Eagles 102.3 FM. Shalom.
All right,
Samuel, I
thank you.
think henceforth I'll just tag you a pastor.
Right, but Samuel,
Honestly.
we appreciate that
But
one
thank
from
you so much for the kind words. Thank you.
Just a quick one right there. The Ministry of Maritime and Blue Economy in Nigeria is responsible for harnessing, the country's vast. I mean, Omoife, you mentioned that already, and it was put together by the Tinubu administration in August of 2023, and is headed by, Adegboyega. Right there, the minister. Right now, the ministry's main goal is to tap into the enormous potential of Nigeria's aquatic ecosystems, including its ocean, seas, and coastal areas, and to contribute to the country's economic development, right, which includes promoting sustainable fishing, tourism, and other maritime activities, as well as exploring and exploiting the country's marine natural resources, such as oil and gas, in a responsible and sustainable manner, right? So that's what you should know. Overall, though, the Ministry of Maritime and Marine and Blue Economy is an exciting development for Nigeria, and it has the potential to make a significant contribution, right, to the country's economic growth and development, as it is with the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals
Right.
target. So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Ogenemano. Just
Well,
so you know. Okay, let's
Mr.
see.
Austin Ogeneman, I hope that
That satisfies your curiosity. All
All
right.
right.
We'll see this one. Good morning, our amiable presenters, Omo and UD. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Abbas.
It says Onwike, for me, is not doing enough to fully make Abuja an administrative city. Okay,
He's not
says-
doing enough?
Yes, that's is relative. I mean,
All
that's how
right.
Abbas sees it,
Right.
right? It says let Wike copy what they are doing in Lagos and petition to create to create BRT road. Okay, so it's a partition. Okay,
Right.
I get that, across Abuja, just like in Lagos, so that civil servants can easily go to work. Lovely. It says not just repairing the roads, but properly structured to perfect mobility for Abuja residents. Lagos transportation system should be copied in all of the federation. All right. Thanks, he says. Abbas reporting from Dusek. Thank you, Abbas. Appreciate that one
But
from you.
Abbas, let me ask you this: do you think the FCT minister would take this your observation to heart?
Abbas, I support you 100%. He didn't quite say that the FCT minister is not working. He said it's not doing enough, and it's relative.
Okay, he's working, but he's not doing enough.
And he
A
also
lot more needs to be done.
yeah, and he also gave the FCT minister a task, and I think it's his constitutional right to do that. Don't you think?
You're right. I agree. I agree.
Okay.
All right. Let's quickly go take a listen to the WhatsApp, voice notes
Sure.
that we have.
Sure.
Right. And at this juncture, I'll just put this
Dan
line.
from Kurudu, I guess.
Oh, yes.
Yes, will be the
Yes.
first.
Right.
Good morning, Eagles FM. Good morning, Maife. Good morning, my namesake. My name is
morning.
Daniel from
Good morning,
Kurudu.
Daniel.
Honestly, I want to thank Eagles FM for giving us opportunity
Okay.
to us in our nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
see, the issue of
thank you.
insecurity in our northern region. See, it's a very serious issue. You see, the people that are causing havoc to us are foreigners. The people that are kidnapping and robbing people, most of them are foreigners. And our border need to be well checked and well protected. Concerning former governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, encouraging opposition to set aside their differences to hold government accountable, I think it's a very welcome development. You see, in terms of infrastructure in some area, this government is doing very well. But in terms of insecurity and economy and agriculture, they are lacking. So we need a position to hold them accountable. We need a position to check them so that they will come out and give us dividend of democracy. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Daniel.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very
Right.
much, Daniel. I mean, a contradictory viewpoint would be, from a former executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Authority, that is NHIA, Professor Usman Yusuf, who said some days ago that the North actually engaged it, in self-affliction.
Wow.
And they should stop blaming any other part of the country, adding that past leaders from the region actually failed. Now, if you really read through that particular story, you would definitely get sense of the point he's trying to make. For
Right,
him,
right.
do not apportion the blame on
foreigners.
others or even
On
foreigners.
others, yeah.
That the Northerners
In other words,
actually brought
you
this-
let them in. Yeah, you open your doors to
Okay.
them. So, okay, I get that.
The man with the golden voice, I celebrate you. Omoife, greetings to you all.
Appreciate
My name is Triple D from Waru. Mr. Salasi, greetings to you, and I'm always receiving your messages.
Right.
And I'm always happy to hear your voice. Keep it up. Let's move. Well, on El-Rufai's statement, El-Rufai, Dino Melai, Saraki, Atiku Abubakar, Kwankwaso, Tambuwal, they were the one that moved out of PDP to APC. After telling them all the tricks and, they are now back again. Well, on the issue of opposition to wrestle power, they should come together. Mr. Yudi, you cannot have a divided house and take over power from someone that is building his house properly. PDP, APC, they should come together, make sure they have a united house. Nigeria will get it right. The law of karma is real. What goes around, comes around. I wish our politicians should keep on learning a great lessons from what is happening to themselves. Well, on Donald Trump, there is no place like home. They should just come back home. I think with their vast of experience, we can be able to build Nigeria. You can see we are almost getting it right by the special grace of God.
All right.
Good morning, Eagles FM.
Good morning,
Good morning,
to you,
Nigeria.
Triple D.
Good morning, Triple D. I would like to share in your optimism.
That's
It
right.
says we are almost getting
Almost
it right.
on our way. Very
Okay.
close.
But can our politicians even learn?
Well, you already put them in
Will
a
they
school.
learn?
You already put them in a school, and in this school, they have to learn. That's the point, and that's why we're here, because we'll still, keep on, mounting the pressure out there in a very civil and responsible way.
All right, let's go take a listen to Salasi.
Good morning, Omoife. Good morning, the man with the golden voice.
Good morning to
Good
you.
morning,
The
Salasi.
barrister, my name is Salasi.
Yes, please.
I want to start by appreciating you for giving us the privilege to call and contribute.
Right.
And I want to appreciate Afi Babalola for withdrawing that case against Farotimi.
Right.
I say yesterday, I so much love the people from the Southwest. I love them. You can see how these people united. They forget their differences and move on with their life. El-Rufai, he's complaining About what? I think the El-Rufai who was giving appointment, will he complain? Because he lost that bid to be a minister. Now he's speaking against the government that he was campaigning, yearning for them to come to power. Now he has loses all these things now and he's complaining. Nigeria are wiser than before. In fact, it's now that I even love Tinubu. I love Tinubu. Before I don't love Tinubu, but now I'm confessing that I love Tinubu. Then come to the issue of Wike. Honestly, Wike is performing. You could imagine. Do you remember the former minister that was there for the past 8 years? And that minister was an engineer. An engineer became the minister of FCT for the past 8 years. Nothing was done. Look at Wike. That is a lawyer by profession. See the way Wike works in Abuja. Honestly, I want to say, whether you like it or not, hate it or leave it, Wike is trying, and Wike is making impact in Abuja. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Selassie.
Selassie, right there. Okay, thank you, Selassie. Appreciate.
Okay, this person just recorded, nothing and sent to us.
All right.
So we have, more messages on the WhatsApp portal.
Sure.
Mr. Linus from Brick City, Kubwa, Abuja says, good morning, Udwak Abasi Obong.
Udwak Abasi Obong. Okay,
are these your names
You've not heard that one before, yes?
Abasi Obong?
Yes, Abasi Obong.
Really?
Obong. Yes. Oh my
I was not
please.
informed.
Okay, sorry, now you're a wire. You're not a wire?
On that note,
oh Lord. Okay.
I will not address you as Udwak Abasi Obong.
Okay.
Going forward.
Okay. No
All right.
problem.
And if he says, what's the rationale behind giving Wike an award less than 2 years in office? That media house that organized, the so-called award are just seeking government patronage.
Okay.
Are public officials not servant appointed and elected to serve the public? Why do we idolize and, hero worship politicians and public servants like demigods? These are people paid and service with taxpayers and oil money to serve, the person. If they work, they are only doing their constitutional responsibility. In fact, if they should be prosecuted if they fail to perform, or they should be prosecuted if they fail to perform. Failure of Wike predecessor, Musa Bello, makes Wike appear like a superhuman who is doing extraordinary things.
Right.
I will be the last person to praise politicians no matter what they do. Nigerian praise and worship politicians too much. Our line is from Brick City.
Some
Kubwa.
point.
But
Some point
say, if one is actually doing something well, the person should be encouraged. It might not necessarily mean that the media house that organized, the award is seeking some sort of patronage, from the government, but just to encourage the person even further. I mean, some of you always, encourage us. You send your kind words and wishes to us. It's just a step in the right direction. That is some sort of booster.
I agree.
To make us do even more.
I agree. But Linus actually shared something 2 years, and is it really enough? But then you look at the works, what the person has done. He's looking at it from the place that, look, hey, we are the taxpayers' monies. I mean, this is their job. It's something they should do. Just because some other person failed to perform, and this one is trying his best and is, bringing light into perspective and all of that. We're now saying, oh, this is so good and all of that. But well, Linus, we're still on our way. Triple D will always say, well, we are on our way. We're about to get it right. It's just a process, yeah? All right. But Facebook page has a couple of messages, though, so it doesn't seem as though we're throwing them away. But yeah, we'll take these ones.
All right. Turkey Mihundu says, good morning, Daniel Anife. I'm in Nasarawa State.
Yeah.
I commend Governor Bala Mohammed's courage to speak out over Wike's anti-party activities and his efforts to destroy the main opposition party, PDP. More PDP elders need to speak out and look for a way forward to rescue PDP from going into oblivion. Giving money to anyone for campaigns is a normal tradition for all the money bad politicians. I don't know what that means, but he can't use that to buy people's conscience and expect Bala to close his mouth. I insist, if PDP can survive, expel bad elements. So who's the bad element now? Turkey Bihundu there, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, this one, no name.
Give us a name.
All right, Vicky Vic just sent a message. Please put Basi and Akpan in Yudi's name, please.
Vicky Vic, okay.
All right.
Please, thank you, Vicky Vic. And noted. Don't note that kind of thing. But let's get on to the Facebook page.
Basi and Akpan. What do we do next?
Okay, even if you're going to say Basi and Akpan, say Basi and Akpan.
Okay, Akpan.
Yeah, that's
Akpan.
it. Okay.
My bad. Now let's head on to the Facebook, page to take a look at some of the messages that we have here.
That's right.
Also, Francis Unamani, a religious, contributor via Facebook. He says the incessant tanker explosions in the country is worrisome and nothing to write home about. The federal government should do everything possible to address this ugly development. He went further to let us know that he is actually watching us live from Amagunze in and he says, good morning, my people in the studio, and
good morning to you.
Work. Good morning to you also, Francis.
That's right. Just to put it out there, another, tanker explosion that happened
honestly in Niger State.
Well, no casualties, but another. Are we really learning from the past mistakes? Well, this is Nigeria.
Well, this should be a wake-up call to the state government now,
Right.
and also the Minister of Works, right? Dave Umahi.
Yeah.
We know he's been doing his best, in trying to rehabilitate our roads. But just like locals in Niger State, have rightly mentioned and pointed out that the roads there, they are in a very deplorable state, and that's somewhat the reason why these tankers, they keep colliding or breaking down and what have you. So maybe there should be some sort of concentration on Niger State.
All right, that's it. Well, we already overshot the time, but yeah, on probable course, that's what it is. But we appreciate each and every one of us, your views, your thoughts. We've not also heard from Honorable Edwards. We hope you're fine.
Right.
We hope you're good and all of that. More messages coming through.
Bibi Blessing, we cannot take your
we
voice
can't go any
now.
further with this. But thank you, far too kind.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate. 9 o'clock, we'll be right back. But at 8 o'clock, of course, Vicky Vig is going to be taking us sports on Eagles Wings. But I understand
Unfortunately.
that Vicky Vig may not be able to make it
That's right.
in the studio today due to circumstances beyond his
control.
control. But then you already know his heart is always with us, and we appreciate you, Vicky Vig, for also lending a voice. So we'll just give you more music. Allow for yourself to be entertained and get ready for 9 o'clock.
And on